So, last night, I went on a date. And it wasn't great. Oh, I've got to laugh or else I'll cry. So, I don't even know how to start this story. I'm just baffled. I am mind blown. I am so done with dating. I can't be bothered for this bullshit anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to say, like, chill, tell you the story, not get scared. Okay, so I was, swiping on this little app called Tinder. If you've watched any of my 3 videos that I have, you'll know that I'm single and I go on dating apps. And so I was swiping on Tinder and I saw this boy and was like, he has a nice face. So we matched, started chatting. This was about a week ago, chatting away. And then he was like, do you want to go on a date on Tuesday night? And I was like, okay, let's do it. Spent the day, obviously, as a girl, you prep for a date. If you're going on a date, you prep. You fake tan, you do your nails, even though, okay, I didn't do them, but let's ignore that. You fake tan, it's hair wash day. If it's a date, it's hair wash day. Yeah, you're making sure that you're looking good and sharp and fresh for this date. So I was doing that all day because I was actually quite excited. Like, when we were texting, he actually had quite good chat. Like, we got on, yeah, it was quite funny, even though I personally think I'm funnier. So, we were chatting and it was going really, really well. So he was like, let's meet at the restaurant at 8. So I was like, okay, that's brilliant. See you there. How do I even start? Where do I even start with this day? So I arrived at the restaurant. And I saw him sitting there, went over and was like, hi. And his head was down. As soon as he looked up, I was like, this bitch is high. Like, he's on drugs. He smoked some of the Green Monster. He's, taking a trip down Green Lane. He's became the Cookie Monster, but without the cookies. This guy was 100% high. I could just tell straight away. And he was like, hey. And I was like, okay, brilliant. Here we go. This is going to be great. I can't wait. I love dating. I love it so much. I meet such great people. Okay, so sat down and thought, right, it's clearly high. We can look past it, we're a non-judging zone. Let's move past the fact that my date is on drugs right now. So I was like, hello. And we just started chatting away. And me, when I'm quite bubbly and quite out there, so I speak quite a lot. So I was there chatting away and he was just like, this is his response. So I'd go, oh yeah, just spent today, like, just at home, like, doing a bit of work, blah, blah. And his response was like, yeah. And I was like, so what did you do today? Nothing. And then I'd be there like, oh, okay. So tell me about your family life. Live at home with my mum. And I was just sat there like, are you going to talk to me? Like, I get it, you're high, but like, can we talk? Like, this is the point of a date, we're meant to talk. And his responses were so blunt, were so short, and I was just there like, oh my God. So then the waitress came over and she said, do you want anything to drink? So I said, yeah, can I have a small glass of rosé wine? Which is what I always have on a date. I don't know why, it's just like my dating drink. Small glass of rosé, sweet rosé. Just in case you take me on a date, thought I'd let you know. And he was there like, yeah, I just don't really feel like having a drink right now. And I was like, okay, like get water or something. He was like, nah. And I went, don't order a drink then. He went, all right. And I was like, honey, if you don't want to have a drink, don't have a drink. If you don't even want water, you don't want anything to cleanse your palate, that is fine. I don't care. So then we were chatting again, just general chit chat with his one word, weird ass answers. And then my drink came, and then they asked us what we wanted to order. Ordered, that's pretty normal. And then what's really weird is after we ordered, he just kind of sat there like staring out. Like, he literally just sat there like. And in my head I thought, okay, he's not interested. Like, he's, taken one look at me and thought, okay, I'm not interested, don't want to be on this date. So I thought, do you know what, Vic, what have you got to lose? So I just asked him, I went, oh, like, if, you know, did you not want to be on this date? I thought, okay, sounds a bit rude, but I just thought I'd ask. And he went, nah, why do you think that? And I went, oh, I don't know, just don't seem that interested. He went, nah, I was really looking forward to it today. And I was like, no, you weren't. Like literally, he messaged me this morning, it was completely fine. And I don't know what is weird, because I don't know if this is him because he's on drugs and he's clearly high as a kite right now, or if this is actually him. So I thought in my head, I thought, okay, he's telling me that he wants to be on this date, but he's acting like he'd rather run a mile right now. So I didn't know what to do. I was just there like, I'm deleting Tinder. I'm never dating again. After this date, that's it. Throw my phone in the ocean. I'm going to go live in the mountains and not talk to anyone. Like I'm going to live with the goats. I'm going to go and live with goats because they don't chat shit. They just bar you and eat grass. So food came, and at this point I didn't even want to talk to him. I thought, okay, you could be so lovely. Like you could be the nicest, most charming like guy. And he was very, very handsome. Like he was so beautiful to look at. But if he hadn't have smoked beforehand, I don't know what it could have been. It literally could have been my dream person. But yeah, things were a little bit different. Didn't turn out how I thought they would. So I don't know about you, but I think it's rude to like take drugs before a date. Like I don't want to sound like I'm judging. Like do what you want. Like if you want to take drugs, have a whale of a time. Just not before a date, please. Like you could have done them after. You could have waited. Yeah, I don't know. I just personally think it's rude. Let me know if you think I'm wrong, but yeah, I personally wouldn't do that. So anyway, this is the interesting part of the date. So he then went to the toilet and I was like, okay, bit of peace and quiet for a minute. And I rang my friend whilst I was at the table and I went, basically just briefly told her this story. And she was like, you just need to leave. You just need to get out of there. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. I feel like that's really rude. And then she was like, okay, just ask him if he smoked weed. Just ask him, what have you got to lose? And I was like, it's a bit awkward, but I could. So she was like, honestly, like, you're not that into him anyway. You're not really having a good time. Just ask him if he smoked weed. So I thought, okay, Vic, sip some more of your rosé, get some Dutch courage, and just ask him if he's high as a bloody kite. So he came back, and I was just sat there. I was like, okay, how am I going to approach this without, you know, making him feel uncomfortable? So I thought, okay, the best way is just to say it. There's no, like, dodging around it. So I went, oh, I have a question. Like, I was so awkward. Like, I was just there, like, I have a question. And he was like, what? And I was like, do you... The way I said it was so awkward. I went, do you by any chance smoke weed? And he went, nah, why'd you ask? And I was like, nah? Like, what do you mean, nah? Of course you do. Like, what? And I went, oh, really? And he went, why'd you say that? And I went, well, not being funny, you just seem a little high right now. And he went, oh, yeah, I guess I did smoke a little. And I was like, suddenly it's turned American, a little. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I did smoke a little. And I was like, so yes, you do smoke weed. And he was like, is that a problem? And I was like, every time I like pretend to be him, I look out and I'm like, looking out into the universe. But yeah, I was like, no, but like, maybe not before a date. And he was like, oh, next time, you know, I won't smoke any weed. And I was like, there's not going to be a next time. Like, there's, what do you mean next time? There's not going to be a next time. So I absolutely didn't believe him when he said no. And then he was like, yeah. So I don't know why he said no at the start and then said yes. And I just thought, you know what, this is the weirdest experience. I've had guys tell me they love me on dates. I've had guys tell me that they want me to meet their mum on first dates, that we're soulmates. I've had all the weirdness, but I've never ever had a guy high on the first date. So that was such an experience and thought I'd tell you. Yeah, so after that we just ate our food and left. I don't think he drove. I hope he didn't if he was smoking, but I think that's why he didn't offer to pick me up. I don't think he could drive. So I'm hoping he lived in town so he didn't have to travel too far to just not get a second date. But if you're that guy and you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Obviously I didn't say your name or anything like that, but maybe with the next girl, just get a high after. Or get high with her, that could be fun. I don't know if she's down for that. Yeah, I don't know. I was really, really creeped out and it was just the weirdest day. And because it happened yesterday, it's so fresh in my mind and I just needed to vent and get it out. So yeah, I went on a date with a guy who was really, really high and lied about it. So no judgment if you do smoke the old green-eyed monster, but it's just not my style. So yeah. If you guys do like these dating stories, I've got so many fun stories for you. I don't know if story times are a bit dead. This is why I was like debating making this and debating doing story times on my channel, because I don't know if it's like a trend that's died out. So let me know. I've got loads of other content if you're not interested. But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, tell me your thoughts on weed. It's not legal where I am, by the way, so that's another point to make. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.